All right, hey everybody, I'm back with another reading. It's been a few days, but I'm the type of person I pull cards when I pretty much feel compelled to, not like, just on a daily thing. So, I was kind of, to be honest, I didn't want to pull on this energy, but this is something I feel like I guess I just have to talk about because this energy's been, I don't know how to put this. There's been this energy of like dishonesty that I can feel, and I have been just trying to ignore it. So this might be also relevant to you for the collective. Probably the collective is going through something, or this is relevant to somebody here where I'm like, I guess I just have to talk about this. So this might be relevant to whoever watches this. But for me right now, this energy of like dishonesty and greed, stealing is something that I've been trying to ignore and pretty much can't. So the cards I pulled with this deck I have are the Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, which are both upright. So talking about these first, we have the Five of Pentacles, where here in this deck, it looks like two old women. Sorry. I think this will always be a thing where it's hard to see the card completely. But we have these two old women here who are like out in the cold, which, is typical of Five of Pentacles. They're like out in the cold and they're walking by themselves. So I'm getting here that there's like these two older women, or maybe like a mother and a daughter, where they're like probably struggling, potentially struggling financially, right? Which I think makes sense. So there's probably a mother and daughter. It might be they're probably older, or they're both adults, obviously. The child, the daughter in this situation is definitely an adult. So she could be, maybe this might be a mother-daughter duo that is potentially elderly or middle-aged. That's not for everybody, whatever. But somewhere here, this duo is like struggling with money. Financially, there's something going on with them. And what I'm really drawn to here in this card is the scales here. So not trying to like be like naming every single thing ever, but something about, for one thing, a Libra could be relevant, but that's not for everyone, I feel. Here with the Six of Pentacles, this mother-daughter duo, or potentially if it's just like a parent-child, right? They're both adults, and they probably live together, or they have their finances tied to each other, and they're struggling. They're running out of money. They're having a hard time, really trying to balance things out. So, for example, somebody might be trying to balance out a cash drawer, or if they cashier somewhere, they might not be able to balance their drawer if that's what they do at work. What was really interesting is that these next three cards came out in reverse. So, for this message, I do see the Hanged Man. This is what this is. The Hanged Man here is in reverse, and if you've watched some of my other videos, I know I've said that I typically think of the Hanged Man as being the same upright or reversed. But in this scenario, I do see this being in reverse on purpose. So this what I'm getting here is that this mother and daughter are very corrupt. They're greedy, and they're like stealing money from somewhere, probably stealing money from their job. And it's, if they deal with money, if they're cashiers or in customer service, they're stealing money from their till, and it's unbalanced. That's what I'm seeing here. And so they're upside down, I feel like financially, but also just spiritually too, because they're being corrupt, they're being greedy. And what's interesting here is that the Seven of Pentacles, I swear I shuffled this. The Seven of Pentacles came out next, also in reverse. Because here, seven. So, I hate saying this right now for our current time period, but 6, 7 might be relevant to somebody. But anyway, so what I'm seeing here with the Hangman in reverse is that they're upside down and they're reaching. They're trying so hard to reach for that money. Hopefully you can kind of see that, because even upright, it's like as if this person, they're trying to reach for that money. These people, it's like they're trying to reach a goal. Maybe oh, maybe something about the amount of money they're taking. 6 or 7 thousand, or maybe there'll be like off by something like that. But what's so interesting here, though, is that they're like stealing money from wherever they are, at their job or from other people. These people are stealing money from others, and they're reaching so hard. They're stealing this money from wherever because they financially cannot make it on their own. And I don't feel like it's because they are completely unable to do well for themselves. I think it's because of bad financial choices. So what's really interesting here is that the next card that came out in reversed was the High Priestess. So once again, I'm just seeing here that, they're upside down because the High Priestess, in my opinion, is somebody that is knowledgeable and intelligent. So for this to also be in reverse, these people, first of all, let's just be real, they're stupid. They're stupid from stealing money, stealing from their job or from wherever. They're trying to take money from others. And it's like I feel like they don't see that people are watching them, that they're going to get caught one way or another. I feel like that's the truth. Ooh, oh my God. Damn. Okay. Kind of looking at the camera now, so hopefully y'all can see this. This is the Seven of Swords. Remember I said that they will be caught for stealing? Because that's this art's pretty similar to like Rider-Waite, the idea, where the traditional meaning of, most of the cards is the same. So here we have the Seven of Swords, and I see this, this is a theft card. Now these people, for this reading, I feel like these people that have been stealing money from like their job or wherever they're stealing money from is not going to be successful. Whatever they're doing, they're going to get caught with it. They're going to get caught with what they're doing. They're going to have to leave some stuff behind here. I'm not trying to be too literal, but I think something here about a circus. Oh, I hear it's going to be a circus. That's what I think. When they get caught, it's going to be a circus. Oof. And then the Six of Swords. I swear I shuffled this deck. Damn, Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords. And they're going to have to be, I'm seeing multiple things here. Wow. They're going to get caught and they're going to have to leave. But also people turning I want to say turning their backs on you, but not necessarily like the collective. Like, no, I don't feel like the collective is going to be in trouble here in any way. It's interesting. I'm just kind of getting a picture here, like, in a way somebody's, I know okay, I see now. Hopefully you can see that. These people are going to get arrested. Oh my God. They're going to get arrested. And what I'm seeing here is with this boat. Oh, I hope you can see that in the video. In the boat, they're going to get arrested. And this is the police car, right? Think of it like this. They're in the police car and the swords here are the bars that separate, or the separation between the person that's in the back of the police car and then the police in the front. You collective, this is wild. You might be seeing these people get arrested and put in a police car. That's how they'll physically turn their backs on you because the police are, can you see that? Oh my God. That's crazy. So I'm seeing here with this card, because remember here we have the two people in the Five of Pentacles here. This mother-daughter duo. They're about to get arrested. This mother-daughter duo is about to get arrested for stealing money from their job. From somewhere. I wanted to say liquor. But, and it's funny too, because in the Five of Pentacles, they're both wearing purple in this picture. Now, it's not the same in this one, but in this picture with the Six of Swords, one of the people in the boat is wearing purple on the left. I hope you can see that in the video. So what I'm seeing here is, because there's the three people in this boat, what I'm seeing here is that this is the police car. The man in the middle is going to be the policeman. And this is the mother-daughter duo in the police car. And you're going to see the police drive away with these people after they get arrested. Damn. Damn. All right, and I feel like this belongs, the Six of Swords here belongs here on the Five of Pentacles. And you know what? That's really interesting. This kind of keeps coming out where it's like, because we had Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. And then, well, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. And then the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords. So it's like 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 7, 6. That's very, very interesting. Something about that number is significant. Or just that kind of step. It's like they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. You know, they go up. These people went up. That's very interesting. Something about these people, like they had potential. They started ascending in some way. You know, they started actually doing something with their lives, but then they fell down. These people fell down or they fell off. That's very interesting here. Wow. It's like what I'm getting here for some of y'all with this message, these people originally, they were good in the beginning. They were good in the beginning, and then it's like something happened to you. Like something happened to you. What changed to these people? Not the collective, to these people. Something happened to them and they changed. You know, I just feel like they got greedy. I feel like they got corrupt over time. Interesting, because here's the... That's interesting. The Ten of Pentacles here. So in a way, it's kind of like, yes, they got greedy, even though... Oh... Because remember, it's like this is a mother-daughter duo, so they're family. So they're just, it like kind of runs in the family in some way. That's what I'm seeing here. But what's very interesting with this card, the Ten of Pentacles, doesn't it sort of look like, oh, a vanity mirror? What happened to them? It was vanity. You know, vanity, fame. These people became corrupt because of vanity. Because of fame, it went to their head. These people, that's so interesting. How weird. This is sort of a weird message. Okay, and then here we go. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. What is going on here? This is a strange message. Remember I said 5, 6, 7, and then 7, 6. 10, 9. So it's like something about counting down. Oh, that's what I'm getting here. Time is running out. It's like time is running out for you. These people know that time is running out. It's like closing in. I'm thinking of the song by Seventh Void. Oh, it's closing in. You know, time is closing in on you. You know, it's a countdown. It's just a matter of time. That's what it's like spirit is talking to this person and I'm hearing it. It's like time. It's only a matter of time before, you know, they catch you or something like that. You know, it's interesting here. Ooh. Oh my God. You know, wow. Somebody is for real getting arrested. These people are going away for sure. Because, like I said, the Ten of Pentacles here, this kind of looks like a vanity mirror. So these people, they let it go to their head. I don't know, maybe these people were the only employees at a shop if this is a really small store or something. But not this. Wow, this is crazy. These people were probably the best employees that were at the store for a long time. And they did really well. They did really good. All right, so I accidentally knocked my my camera. So anyway, so I just readjusted it. So anyway, first of all, a song going through my head. This is crazy how this keeps coming up recently. Is the song Peg by Steely Dan. And I know I keep bringing that song up a lot, but I guess it's just relevant to these readings lately. So what I'm getting here, of course, is the lyric, hey, it will come back to you. Hey, it will come back to you. What these people are doing or have been doing, it's going to come back to them, you know. So what I was saying here earlier was that with the Ten of Pentacles here, this, of course, looks like Of course, it's like a doorway, the typical old man looking out at his family. What I'm seeing here is that the mother here might be old or elderly. She might be just kind of, I don't know how to put this, like just watching things. This corrupt mother figure likes to probably boss around her adult daughter around, tell her what she has to and cannot do. So there's like this weird dynamic here where it's like the adult daughter refuses to disobey her mother, yet she's still rebellious in other ways. I don't know, that's some weird energy. But what I'm also seeing here is that, of course, this archway, not only does it look like a mirror, so it's like we're seeing a reflection. We're able to look in. That's what I'm seeing here. The collective here is able to look in to this picture, and this is like, it's a mirror. We're able to look into this sort of portal, so to speak, to see what these people are up to. We're just merely observing. That's what the collective is doing here. The collective is observing these people as they pretty much like lie, cheat, and steal right in front of you. So for some of y'all, this might be a work situation, and it's like I'm hearing the collective is protected. The collective is safe. All the collective has to do is just watch what is happening, and they won't touch you. Just watch. What I'm also seeing here is that, well, here we have the Nine of Wands. And typically I very rarely read the Nine of Wands this way, but look at these two pictures next to each other. Doesn't that kind of almost fit? Think of it like this. I'm hearing behind bars. This is a cell. These people, once again, it's so crazy. This mother-daughter duo, they're like conspiring with each other, right? You can see here that there's people talking. This is family talking to each other. These people are conspiring with each other, or have been for a long time, stealing money from their job, and they're going to jail. They're about to get locked up. Like, this is the cell, and these are the bars in front of it. Some of them might also work somewhere where there's like a window that has bars over it, maybe a liquor store or something like that. But what I'm seeing here is these people are going to jail. They're going to be behind bars. Oh, and it's kind of funny too. Hopefully you can see it in the video. Man, this freaking camera, I wish it'd focus. But the old man here in the Ten of Pentacles, he is like in the doorway, but he's almost slightly behind. So it's very funny. Once again, these people are going to be behind bars. And it might not, I'm seeing here, one might not permanently be put in jail, but the other one might. So maybe the younger one will be stuck in jail. Oh, that makes sense. With the nine of Wands here. The daughter of this mother-daughter duo might be stuck in jail, and the mother might only be able to watch her or visit her. The mom might be able to get out, but the daughter can't. So that might be something that'll happen soon, which is just so crazy. But they're going to be behind bars. It's like what I'm seeing here is that both are going to be locked up. They're going to be caught doing something, and they're going to go to jail. But the mom is going to get out, and the daughter is going to be stuck in there. Like she took too much, or I don't know, something like that. Like she knew too soon. I don't know, did too much too soon, something like that. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords. At first I was thinking, oh, maybe this is going back to somebody being locked up, put away. But I'm really getting here, like, what I'm getting here is a lot like this is a work situation. So the collective in this reading is like a Queen of Cups, maybe soft, sweet, kind, nurturing, or you could just be, a water sign. But it's also kind of like the water here at the edge is reflecting. So it's like the collective here, water sign or not, the collective here is just being told to sit, pretty much be quiet, sit pretty, be quiet, kind of almost Nine of Cups energy, if that, yeah. But, just sit pretty, be quiet, and just reflect on the situation. I'm just seeing here, just watch. The Eight of Swords here isn't even anything like crazy. It's like, for some of y'all, this is kind of random, not completely relevant to this, but I'm also seeing like some of y'all might be flying soon, going somewhere, flying away. But that's not for everybody. But it's like I'm almost seeing airplanes here with these swords and the ribbons around them. So someone might be going on a plane soon. But anyway, What I'm seeing here in general with this situation, this work situation, I'm seeing the what I'm hearing from spirit, from the divine, is just, sit pretty, be quiet, reflect on the situation, but don't say anything. It's like at this point, don't say anything to anyone. Ooh, yes, with the Empress. Once again, and here the Empress is just sitting and she's watching and waiting. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit said just watch and wait. Don't say anything about this situation to anyone. So, Four of Swords. Here, someone's like, of course, really it's like a little girl laying down. I'm kind of seeing here, it's like, just be careful. It's kind of more like if you say anything to anyone, it might be used against you, right? So, yeah, oh, you know what? Yeah, if these people are going to jail, then, they might try to say something about you, like you were in on it. But, it's like if you just sit back and reflect and wait, you won't have anything to do with the situation. Yeah, I'm just seeing this as being like, keep to yourself. Don't talk to anybody about this situation. Don't, participate. That's a big thing too. To me, I feel like the collective wouldn't even participate in this situation, but at the same time too, it's like you're going to be fine either way. Just don't participate in this situation and they'll have nothing on you. They'll have nothing to say about you. Five of Swords here. This card's kind of interesting from what you would typically see, in a tarot deck. But I'm kind of just seeing here, this is the collective in the front. And they're just like looking down. Kind of, I don't know, I was saying weighing down on the situation, something like that. Or looking back. But it's like these people will try to get you involved. But it's like everyone will see that you just keep to you. You just keep to yourself. You have nothing to do with the situation. And the Hierophant. So I'm seeing that, probably, the boss or the owner of your store in the situation, he'll know. Your boss will know the truth. He'll know that you have nothing to do with the situation. All right, so I had to just take like a few minutes to just kind of understand what was going on in the energy. Because this is really crazy. This is really, really crazy. I wasn't expecting this. So, what I want to know, I guess, I feel like, wow, I'm just in awe, like, that I would even get this message, but okay, what I'm seeing here is, like, what to ask first. So, alright, so why do they do this? Why do they feel the need to take this money? That's what I'm so shocked about. The Fool, because they're stupid. That's so funny. Why do they steal this money? It's because they're stupid. Just literally, they're dumb. They're stupid. They're, and obviously, like, the Fool isn't typically supposed to be like, oh, you're dumb, but it's this, to answer my own question, it's like, that's what Spirit said. They do this because they're stupid, because they think they could get away with it. That's what it is. These people steal money because they think they can get away with it. Someone might actually even be like an air sign here. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, put it where it fits. But these people that are stealing money from your job, they do it because they're stupid. And they've obviously done it for so long, they think that they would always get away with it. And that's funny too, here with the Knight of Wands in this picture. He's running, I'd say running away, but well, yeah, he's running away with it in a sense. The knight here in this card, the horse is galloping away. They thought they could get away with it. I'm also seeing here, like, in this deck, the Fool is a woman and she's holding out this flower. And of course, the knight here, Knight of Wands, is a man. And I'm also seeing here something about potentially maybe the daughter was stealing money to impress somebody, maybe to try and impress a guy, so hopefully, I can make whatever, they can make them like someone could like them. I was trying to like hear what she was saying, her mentality, but whatever, the daughter of this duo might have been taking the money to impress people that ended up leaving her in the end. Oh my God, yes! That is so funny. So, in this duo, wow, death, the death card. So, the daughter was taking money from her job. Her reason for doing it was to impress somebody, to impress a guy who didn't care about her in the end. In the end, yes. This guy left her relationship, maybe her roommate, something like that. Somebody might even literally be a Scorpio. But what I'm getting here is that, wow, she thought that if she had money, if she spent money on this guy, he would stay with her, and he didn't. He left her. Literally, he left her. That's what happened to the daughter. Yeah, damn! The Ten of Swords! Whoa, that's crazy. I'm hearing she spent all this money on you, and then you left her. And kind of the same thing for her. You took all that money, and you spent it on him, and he left you anyway. Damn, that's fucking crazy. Yes, somebody left the daughter. He left her. She's broke. The last guy she was with, she was spending money on. He left her, and she's broke. She might even have just $1, a penny to her name. One coin. The daughter in this duo situation, she's broke. And that's why she's stealing money from her job. And that's funny here, too. Now the Seven of Pentacles upright. I feel like this is kind of her. She's working hard, like this farmer. He's obviously tired after a long day at work. So that's the strange thing here. It's like she steals money from her job, but she feels like it's deserved because in some ways she does work hard physically. She does work hard. I'm going to put that here on the left. She works hard in the situation, but it still doesn't make it right. It's like, why? There's no reason for you to steal, Seven of Cups. So that's funny. 7 of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. So 77, 7 of 7, 7 of 7, the drink. Which is funny, 7 of Cups, a drink. So maybe something literally about like drinking, once again. Someone might like to drink 7 and 7s. That's what I'm hearing here. But it's kind of like this person will drink because they're upset and they're depressed. I kind of heard like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? But it's like, that's kind of like their karma in a way. What did you expect? First of all, you can't expect to spend money on somebody and that they would actually stay, And second of all, if you're going to do that, why would you like steal the money to do it? Like that doesn't even, it's even less genuine that way too. So here's the moon and the sun and the moon. That's very interesting. Sun and moon. 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Something very interesting here is happening here. Well, once again, I'm here. What's done in the dark comes to light. Yes, this person who's stealing. For some of y'all, it might have been stealing from you in some ways. Oh. I'm hearing like they were doing it while you were sleeping. I'm hearing they're going to get locked up. Locked up over you, depending on who this is that watches this. That's very interesting. That is really interesting. This is a very interesting deck. What I'm getting here is that when this person gets locked up, they're going to only have like 2 pennies to their name. They're not going to have very much money left. And that's part of their karma. That's like the sign that, time is running out for this person, that they're going to get arrested soon because, their actual money, the money they're making, keeps running out. They're losing money because that's part of their karma. Like they keep stealing money from their job, from like the register, the till, from the safe even. This person keeps stealing all this money, but they keep blowing through it too. And so that's part of their karma. That's the sign that they're going to get arrested soon, is because the more money they steal from their job, the more they lose too. Like what is it? It's gone. Whatever that you get in, it's gone. It's gone as soon as it gets there. But what's funny too is that here's the Six of Pentacles, which I just feel like putting on top of the 2. So in a way, it's like here's 88. So you have 7, 7, Sun and Moon, 88. There's this very interesting pattern going on here. Yeah. It's very interesting here, the Tower and then the Ace of Pentacles. I'm just seeing this is some sort of like financial corruption situation that's going to blow up soon. Something's going to blow up. Someone might even try to be like, here, take this, maybe to take some of the money. That's what it might be. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm getting here. This is why the collective's getting this message. The divine is saying, if they say to take any of the money, don't take it. Do not take any of the money, because you cannot get involved in this situation, because you'll end up in jail too. That's what they're saying here. Do not get involved with the situation. If they try to hand you any money, don't take any of the money, because you'll end up in jail too. So you have to be very careful in this situation, collective. And it's funny, here's the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So here's 7 and 8 again. 78. There's just something is very interesting here. Oh, probably steps like, oh, I get it now, like from earlier. Like how in the beginning of the reading it was like 5, 6, 7, and then 7, 6, or 6, 5. It's like it started to pile up, but now it's starting to de-escalate. And strangely enough, things are going to de-escalate because of you. Because of the collective. Yes, because here we have the 3 of Wands here. So it's like, it's going to go down. There's just something, it's strangely enough, like this situation is going to be brought to like peace. There's going to be a peace offering or something like that made. Because what I'm getting here is that in some ways the collective will be like maybe a mediator or something. But what I'm also seeing here with the Queen of Pentacles, there's just something very honest about you. Very honest about this money. With how you handle money, you're very honest about it. And so I'm getting here, it's like somebody is watching you. Not in a bad way, but it might be like your boss, which would make sense with the 9. Your actual boss or the owner of the store might be, at some point might even physically be watching you to make sure you're doing your thing right and you're not being corrupt. Yes. So maybe your boss or the owner of your store will come to watch you at work to see if you're doing your thing, you're doing your job right, you're being honest. All right, so, I just kept shuffling, trying to see, what we can get to close out this message. And all that really came out was the 9 of Pentacles, this card where just constantly just kept coming out in this reading too. So what I'm just getting here for the collective is that if this is a work situation that is relevant to you, just know that your boss or the owner of the store, wherever you work at, but your boss is kind of multiple things. Your boss is watching over you. Your boss is trying to make sure that you'll be protected. Your boss is going to make sure you're not going to have anything to do with this. But also he is watching you if your boss is, a male. One way or another, there's no gender in tarot, but what I'm getting here is that your boss is watching over you, but he's watching you like a hawk too. In some ways, what I'm getting here is that your boss always knew that you would be safe and protected and honest. He always knew that he could trust you to handle the money. But he's also like watching you like a hawk too, to test you, to see if you'll be honest too. What I'm getting here is that he's watching you like a hawk to see if you'll be honest too. And what I'm getting here for the collective is that if this is a work situation you're going through, I mean, first of all, I just want to say I'm sorry, because this is a crazy situation to be in. But what I'm getting here is that, you'll be safe. You'll be protected too. If anything, it's just know here, this is a heads up, really, so that what I'm getting here is that for some of y'all, you might be at work when these people get arrested at your job. So if you see like lights flashing or, sirens blaring, don't be afraid. They're not coming for you. Don't be afraid. They're not coming for you. It's these other people at your work that's going to be arrested. Right? These people are going to be arrested, and it's going to be like your boss was watching over you. In fact, your boss might even make sure you don't work that day so that, the police don't try to come after you too or something. But yeah, just know you're protected. You'll be safe. These people are going to get caught. In fact, your boss or the owner of the store you might work at is going to make sure that these people are caught too. Because he's been watching them like a hawk too. He's been watching them like a hawk. So if these people try to offer you any of this money that they've stolen, don't do it. So the collective, you might not even know that if this person offers you $1 or something, or, maybe you have a tip jar, just be wise. Don't take any of the tip money, because any money in that tip jar is probably stolen too. So just be wise, collective. Be wise with your money in this situation. If anything, just don't accept any money anybody hands you right now until, you're for sure that this message was for you and these people are arrested. Be safe out there, collective. Be safe with your money. Don't accept any money either right now. I mean like physical, like cash, because just be wary, because if this is relevant for you, just know somebody might be stealing this money and trying to hand it off to you. And that could potentially get you involved unintentionally. So be safe, be wise out there. But even still, otherwise, you'll be protected, collective. You'll be protected. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. And see you soon.